Hey.
Yo.
Welcome back to the play button.
Woo!
Dropped your teeth.
This is we have the whole gang back this week.
Yeah.
Original.
We're back
We're
at
all
it.
here.
The OG crew.
OG.
No guests, nobody bugging us with their awesome questions and charming answers.
Yeah.
We will introduce ourselves. I am GSD, and with me, as always, is Cloves.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's closed.
Sick cloves.
Sick Cloves, new alias. Sinistar,
Hi. What's up?
and last but not least, Fortuna.
Yeah, it's me.
And we're back this week, and we're sick and tired. We're sick and tired of winter.
Oh, yeah.
We're sick and tired of getting sick.
Yeah, 4 times.
We're sick and tired of people being up in our business.
Can we live?
Can we
Can we
just
live?
Can we live? YouTube, that's the question we ask ourselves every day, and we ask you today, can we live?
Amen.
And so
That's the name of the episode. Can we live? Please. I'm calling it early.
So what we're going to be talking about today is being sick and tired and how that can affect the way you make music, your ability to create, and how we deal with that, how we work through it, and we're going to try to make it through this episode.
Yeah.
Because it's hard.
It's hard times.
It's hard.
It's hard times.
It's a
Yeah.
serious one.
So
A very special episode of the Play Button.
a very emotional episode.
Yeah, I was going to say getting emotional.
Yeah.
Yeah.
After this episode, I want you to talk with your family members about what you've seen today.
Yeah.
And really have a great conversation about that. So.
Yeah.
I'm not talking to my mom about this podcast. Oh, my thing. No, okay. Everything's hard right now.
Everything's hard right now. It just started
Everything.
snowing again for everyone else that is not in the Calgary region. It was spring for like a week, and then it snowed.
Not even.
For like 3 days.
For
This is
3 days even.
Fourth winter.
Yeah, we were
Yeah.
outside, like, it was like, yeah, it was like sunny, like, I was on
Yeah.
like, the
The
balcony,
sidewalk
like,
was finally completely clear.
like, no slipping,
Yeah.
no falling, you know. I
That's
can't
great.
slip and fall.
Yeah.
I don't, like, I'm American, I don't have house
Yeah.
insurance.
I'm not one to complain about the weather, and I'm getting over it. I'm getting over this winter. It's like I just want a little sunshine.
Yeah.
Just a little bit.
Yeah.
A little sunshine in my life.
Yeah, it'll happen. It's coming.
So other than the weather, which, I mean, we're all friends. We're not going to sit here and talk about the weather all day.
I'm out.
Yeah, man, it's cold out too.
But let's talk about what makes us sick and tired and how we deal with this. But first, let's start with why. Crystal, why are you sick and tired?
This is the 4th time I've been sick this winter. 4th time.
So literally sick.
Literally sick. I have the plague. Sorry, guys.
That's why we're sitting a little bit, like an inch
Yeah, there's
extra.
like a space here.
Yeah, away from.
I've got like my tea. I've hooped up on Tylenol right now. Tylenol cold. I got my like vapor inhaler thing.
Oh yeah.
Your vaporwave inhaler.
Yeah, my vaporwave inhaler. I'm tired of being sick. And that's pretty much it right now.
You're sick because you're literally sick.
I'm
You're sick and
literally
tired
sick.
of being literally sick.
I'm sick and tired of being literally sick, and this is probably going to open up a whole other can of worms, and I feel like it's related, but this is the first year I did not get a flu shot, and I've been sick the most I've ever been in my life. Every other year, I've had a flu shot, and I've never been sick.
That'll
So,
do it.
I don't know. Maybe there's a connection there, and I don't want to open a whole other can of worms with the whole vaccines, flu
Big
thing.
Pharma.
But
Big Pharma says no.
Yeah, I don't want to open that.
Yeah.
But I'm sick.
We're
so.
gonna lose our sponsors if we keep talking about this.
Yeah.
Big Pharma doesn't want you to take that flu shot.
Plus, you know, like, heartbreak and stuff. So
Yeah.
heartbreak, it's
Yeah.
a sad time. It's
Heart-
the blues,
Heartbreak Island is one of the worst islands to go
and
to.
I am
Yeah.
the president of that island.
You're
right
the
now.
president of Heartbreak Island right
I
now.
am
You
right
are.
now. Yeah.
I would give you a hug, but you're sick. So.
No, don't give me a hug. I'm sick. I don't blame you. I don't blame you.
He's like, don't touch me.
Yeah.
We will definitely get back to Heartbreak Island. But first, let's continue on. Jeremy, why are you sick and tired?
I've had a lot of time off, so it's become a very introspective time. Especially, I've been nonstop for the past like year and a half, and I've actually had I've had 2 months off to myself to
Yeah.
just make music and kind of do whatever. But yeah, I actually have time to rest, but it seems relaxing.
It's almost too much.
It's almost too much. It's almost suffocating in a sense,
Wow.
like to have all this freedom.
Yeah.
I can still work on tunes. I can still do that, but I don't have to. I don't have to work in a time period to where I'm going to like another gig, right? Like I'm working like my next gig is until the end of April, but now I have all this time to like.
You don't have those like check marks on your calendar to go, okay, I need to get this done by this thing,
Yep.
this done
And then
by
before I
this
leave
thing.
out, because I don't write music while I'm on the road.
Yeah.
So yeah, and now I'm just like, what do I do now? Oh my god! So I just sleep a lot.
I'm into it.
Yeah,
That's good.
Yeah, it's
I'm
a lot
jealous.
of it's a lot of free time. It sounds like a bad problem to have, or it sounds like a good problem to have, but it
Yeah.
it becomes very nerve wracking
Yeah.
at one point
I think
because
we've all been there. At
yeah,
some point.
it's like the energy is just like
It's like I should be
balance.
doing something, but I
yeah,
don't know what.
right. I feel like I'm
Yeah.
like being lazy basically,
Yeah.
like not having another gig around the corner,
That's
right?
how I feel.
Yeah, I'm just like, all right, cool. Like, I feel like I lost my job, but it's like,
Yeah.
no, I'm
on
highly
vacation.
employed. I'm like
You're doing-
perpetually employed
you're
as
doing
long as
your
I keep
thing.
doing this.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's weird.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a strange one. It's a different angle, but you know, too much freedom.
You could give me that $60 you owe me. You could spend some time doing that.
Hey, you know what? That's what I'm doing. I'm working on that. Haha, see?
Going to the bank.
Yeah.
It's like a long stroll.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, Crystal, you're literally sick.
Yeah.
You're the president of Heartbreak Island.
Right now, yeah.
Jeremy, you got too many naps. Too much naps. No,
And I'm working on that. I'm working on some music, so you know, I can get you $60. You know what I'm saying?
that'd be tight.
You know what this sounds like?
Damn, you put this on camera?
You
Damn.
know, this sounds like first world problems to me.
Yeah, it is first world
Yeah,
problems.
first world
Yeah.
It really is.
This is.
DJ.
Hey, we're gonna be on that Twitter, DJs who complain.
Complaining DJs. I hope I am. That'd be great. Like that's when you made it. Oh,
Hey,
like
that's totally legitimate.
make it on there. Like
But, you know, we live in the first world. We have first world problems.
Yeah.
It's true.
It's
It brings it down.
it can still get you
Yeah.
down. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We're only
No
human.
matter what it
just
is.
a third world boy
Living
in the
a-
first world boy.
Okay, well, Gabe,
Yo.
Anyway,
your turn.
My turn.
Gabe, what are you sick and tired? Why are you sick and tired?
I unlike Jeremy, I need more naps. A lot more naps, but been working a lot on my 2 jobs.
Yeah.
Teaching, merchandising, studying Japanese, going out to karaoke bars with friends that are.
You've been doing a lot of karaoke lately.
Yeah.
Well, okay, so here's the thing. So I've been going to this Japanese club, and I meet all this amazing, wonderful people, and they like to go to karaoke, and
Yeah.
I like karaoke, so I'm down. And so we do that for fun, and then when it's like their working visa or their student visa is up, they have to go back to Japan.
Yeah.
So then I find myself like every couple of months now, the last 2 weeks have been like goodbye parties at the karaoke bar. So everyone goes hard. We go up, we stay out until 3 a.m. I got work the next day at like 6 a.m. So like but I'm not gonna just go home early, So I'm having fun.
Sake.
I'm working a lot.
That's what's getting to you.
Yeah.
Too much sake.
Too much sake. Well, actually, soju.
What's soju?
Soju.
Oh, it's Korean.
Yeah, it's a Korean rice wine.
oh yeah,
Gotcha.
shouts
Yeah.
to Korea. So
Yeah.
What's up?
Shout out to Bacchus. They've been hosting us like every week. We go there and they're just like,
We love you guys. Keep
Yeah, no,
buying
like
more.
everyone
Yeah.
there is just like, yo, Gabe, what can I get you? And just like, Yeah. So
Regular.
I'm like, I'm a regular now.
My
Party,
brother's
party boy Gabe over here.
Yeah.
my brother's girlfriend just went to a going away party. She's Japanese. Maybe.
Oh, yeah?
Maybe you guys are actually secret friends.
Maybe
don't even know.
I maybe actually. Yeah.
We'll figure that out.
But
after the
anyway,
podcast.
I need more naps. You know, I need
You need more
some
naps.
downtime. I'm excited for this semester at Beach Drop.
Yes.
Will be ending soon, and I'm so stoked to have like a couple weeks to just
Like one.
chill. Yeah.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
the little spring break is pretty nice.
Exactly. So. Yeah.
What about you, Dan?
What are you tired
Why
about?
are you sick and
Why are you
tired?
tired?
I'm not gonna lie. I'm already sick and tired of this podcast.
Jesus.
What are we 10 minutes in? I'm ready
Okay,
to go home.
cut.
Cancel it.
No, that's a joke. I'm moving, and it feels
Oof.
like the move that will never end.
Mm-hmm.
I've decided to do. You know, people are always like, "Oh, it's so nice when you have time to move and you don't have to do it." So I've been moving the whole month.
Yeah.
I just do like one load a day, and so it's the
it's the
worst
worst,
thing I've ever
man.
done. Like I
It's
don't know what I was
terrible.
thinking.
Yeah.
And I've lived in my place for a long time, and yeah, it's giving me anxiety, and I feel like my head is gonna explode.
Yeah.
So, and it does, as with all of us, the weather.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just sick and tired, man. Sick and tired of moving.
Yeah,
I don't want to move anymore.
I keep seeing your
Yeah.
your Instagram stories. There's always something you're trying to get rid of at your
Yep,
place.
that's buy my furniture because I have so much furniture to get rid of, and I need to get rid of it.
You're sick and tired of it.
Yeah. By the time you guys see this podcast, hopefully it will all be gone. But if
wow.
you need furniture, hit me up.
By the time this podcast is out, I might actually have a proper nap.
What?
You might as well.
I'll get over my sickness and hopefully not get another cold.
See,
Yeah.
this is. I think this is what we're going to go to next. Is we know why we're all sick and tired, but we all are thinking positively.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, 100%.
We're thinking
Definitely positive.
positively to what's next.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, the next thing I have written down here, I don't know if this is a good order of how we should talk about things today, but
Oh, let's just talk. You know, we're tired. I'm saying.
how,
Can we talk?
guys, I need to talk to
I need
you.
to talk. We need to talk.
we should be having ice cream today, you know?
Oh,
Yeah.
that would be so much better.
Cut! No, kidding. Cream break.
Yo, there's that what is that, Marcus or
Made by
something?
Marcus.
Made by Marcus down the street.
Shout out
like-
Made by Marcus.
Yeah.
That place is so good and it's so busy all the time.
Give us some ice cream.
Hook us
I
up,
like
yeah.
I like that new place over there, Scrollio.
Squirrely?
Scrollio, it's a new one.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's
They
like right
make-
next door.
Yeah, but only because they have vegan ice cream and I can't have
Ooh.
dairy, so they
That's
have
cool.
something I can eat.
Yeah.
Squirrelio, give us some ice
And
cream.
Yeah.
I've ordered from you and Skip the Dishes twice already.
You order ice cream on Skip the Dishes?
Frick yeah.
That is one of the laziest things I've ever heard.
You know
in my
what?
whole
It was
life.
really bad weather and I had just gone through a breakup, so I wanted ice cream and they delivered.
Do they put it in the cone? And then...
They put cake. You know?
Yo, I just licked the pecan off. It's fine.
So do you know when they like make the ice cream on the flatbed something like I don't know how they do it, but
I don't know.
then they take like
it's a marble slab.
they take like a scrape and they
Yeah.
scrape it.
Yeah, and they roll the ice
they roll
cream.
it. It's Scrollio,
Yeah.
right?
Yes.
But it's like Oreos as well, so it's like an Oreo Scrollio. And they delivered, and it was like the best night ever because I Netflixed and
Nice.
I ate ice cream that had no dairy, and I was just sad and by myself, and it was great.
And you're like, I'm the president of Heartbreak Island,
Yeah,
and
it
the
was great.
president wants some ice cream.
It was
Yeah.
great. It was good. I liked it.
Awesome. That's what's up.
See,
But the
Scrollio.
president gets
Shop
ice cream
Scrollio.
delivered.
that's. See, I like this
Yeah.
because did I say the question yet?
Not yet.
you're not
What is
yet.
the question?
Just got an ice cream. Ice cream's just
The question is,
best.
it says how do you stay motivated, but the real question is how do you get motivated? Because we're sick and tired.
Yeah.
How do we get motivated? How do we get motivated to make music again? How do we get motivated to get that creative process flowing when we're feeling the ways that we're feeling? And getting ice cream delivered to your door, that's a way.
That's pretty good, yeah.
That's pretty hype.
It
Yeah.
it definitely was the best decision of that moment. Now that I think about it,
Yeah.
I was like, oh my god, that's so pathetic. But
No, that's great.
Hey, there's a reason
okay.
they deliver.
Yes.
Skip the Dishes shoutouts.
Yeah.
What else do you do, Crystal? What other than getting ice cream delivered to your door? when you're feeling
Down.
when you're feeling down, when you're feeling tired.
I have this thing where, especially when I'm not making music and I feel like I want to make music, but I'm just, I don't know, I'm down. I just don't want to do it. I'll throw on a mix or something. Like I'll listen to Mixcloud and throw on some of my favorite artists and see if there's any new mixes out or whatnot. And I just sit there and I listen, and then I just get lost into the world of the internet. And, you know, listening, and I just come up with ideas and things like that, and it's just, you know, inspiration.
Okay.
Yeah.
Listening to other music gets you inspired to make music.
Yeah, totally.
Okay.
And it doesn't even have to be techno. Like, I can listen to Radiohead.
You don't listen
Yeah.
to anything other than techno.
I love Bjork. I love Radiohead.
Okay.
I love Interpol.
Okay.
Like, you know, that kind of.
That's too close
Other
to techno.
genres?
That's too
It's-
close to techno.
I mean, it's not.
It's
It has like the
it's
sad moods.
Yes.
Like Radiohead, Bjork, Interpol. That kind of has like more of like a sad tone to it. But I love that. I love that.
It has vocals. I
Yeah.
can't picture you listening to anything with words.
Yeah.
I used to be once upon a time. I used to be a songwriter. So.
Oh yeah, we
Oh, right.
talked
Yeah,
about
we
this
talked about this.
previously. Yeah.
Yeah, so I tried doing that too. After
Recently?
Heartbreaks, tried to write.
Ooh.
I don't remember how to do it now. It's been
I
so long. I
There's
can't write a
the,
song anymore.
An ebb and flow to it,
So
I had a friend of mine, shout out neighbor, said to me once when I was the president of Heartbreak Island, I was talking to him on the phone, and he said, or maybe we were talking on Messenger, I don't remember, but he told me, he said, dude, you can't pay for that kind of inspiration.
exactly.
oh yeah.
Tap into it. Write some music.
Misery,
Write.
Misery rates the best form of music.
Yeah, nobody,
Exactly.
nobody
100%.
writes hits when they're
When they're happy.
Yeah.
the happiest.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
I
when
mean,
they're
like,
the
you can
happiest.
write a happy song, but like when you're the happiest, you have nothing to complain about. You know?
Yep.
Yeah, I'm not. If I'm already like having a great time, I'm not even thinking about writing a song. You know, I'm just
You're just doing it.
like,
Yeah.
I might want to play an old song, just like playing a show and stuff. But I'm not thinking of like,
Yeah.
So-
You're having fun. Like,
Yeah.
you know, you just get.
Sunshine,
Yeah.
lollipops, and
Yeah. I'm not
yeah.
making the happy stuff.
I'm walking on sunshine.
We're totally getting flagged this episode. Right?
It's only a few seconds. You know?
Yeah.
Gabe, what do you do to get motivated? What brings you out of a tired funk, out of a winter disaster funk? Like, do you have any tricks, any hot tips from the streets
From the Venezuelan streets.
from the Venezuelan streets?
Go to the
to
real
help
streets,
those?
man. Like,
man.
listen.
Stay motivated. Yeah, I think a lot. I do a lot of the same things like Crystal. I just kind of listen to music and check out some new records if there's something there. But sometimes I'm not really feeling like I want to listen to a new album or something though.
Yeah.
And I don't really want to listen to my old stuff either. I'm just like, okay, now it's time to do something else. So that's when I might watch a movie that I've
Okay.
heard. It's like, hey, you should watch this, and like the soundtrack is really good and stuff. And
Yeah.
yeah, I just kind of try to find some, some satisfaction or something. I don't know. I guess just satisfaction out of other non-musical things. So I think movies and like video games are a big one for me.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you have a new gaming computer, so.
Yeah. Yeah. It's great. Yeah.
Do you ever just stare at your gaming computer, but like not even play video games, and just get inspired by the computer itself?
I get motivated by it. Yeah.
Was it 2001? You just stare at the monolith, like. Whoa. I made that.
But I think going out is also important. So you know, indoor activities like enjoying a film or whatever, that's great. But I think going out, seeing a friend or two, like that keeps me really sane compared to just sitting at home all day. So
I will agree with
you
that.
get antsy.
Also,
Yeah.
Also,
yeah.
I think there's something to be said for seeing, listening to music can be good, but, if I go and I see a band or I see a DJ or somebody that's, like, awesome, like that's inspiring, you know.
Yeah.
That,
Oh, yeah.
that
Oh,
always hits in my brain where I'm like, oh yeah, that's what I want to be doing. That's what I wish I was doing.
Yeah, going to shows, yeah.
Yeah.
Last week, shouts to Matt the Alien. He came to town with like his whole tour, with, like Newmark and all those people.
Yeah.
And I went beforehand to a professional bull riding.
I saw those Instagram
Yes,
stories.
a professional bull riding competition.
Yes.
Bull riding.
Whoa.
Bull riding.
In Calgary.
Straight up bull riding in Calgary. Yeah, I went to a
You know, we have the Stampede here. It's like
No, I know, but like
it's like a
winter.
rodeo
Oh
mecca.
yeah. No, this
Winter.
one was sponsored by a different energy drink company, and yeah, they basically had a cup. They had a competition, and
Wow.
people from all over.
Right.
And yeah.
Yeah.
And Matt was like, "Hey, I'm playing at hi-fi. I'm playing at hi-fi. I can say hi-fi. Can't
Yeah.
say the energy drink.
Yeah.
I'm playing at hi-fi. I was like, cool. I'll see you there. And he's like, do you want to go to a professional bull riding competition?
So random.
And I'm like, okay. I wasn't doing anything. I was sitting on my couch. I was about to get into a video game,
Yeah.
whatever. And yeah, he was like, cool. Like, just go to the Stampede grounds, and I have like a little VIP pass for you and stuff. And yeah, went and checked out a VIP rodeo party.
And you found this as to be an inspiring experience.
It was sweet. Like
Yeah.
it was so random, right? Like it was. I think the spontaneity of the situation is always enjoyable.
Yeah,
especially when
totally.
I have time off. It's like I can like sit and think about that and talk about that.
Well, and I think that's something, like you just said this, it doesn't have to be music related all the time.
No,
Yeah,
not at
yeah.
all. Like I'd rather it not be. Honestly.
Totally.
Like it doesn't have to be. Oh, I'm just gonna go. I'm bored, so I'm gonna just make music. It's like no, you can't just make music to make music.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
Because
can't force
then,
it.
yeah, you can't you can't force it at
You
all.
can.
You do.
Some people do, right? Like, I mean, the famous Kanye West line of, sit in your basement summer and make 2 beats a day every day for 60 days and then come talk to
Yeah,
me.
but you're making hip hop.
Right?
That's
Something like that.
I mean, not to discount anybody that's making hip hop. Shouts to everybody.
He is tired.
But hip hop is very you make a lot
It's a
of
very
you can make beats really fast.
Yeah.
Like
It's a very different.
you look at Dilla's collection, like you talk about 2-3
You
minute
can force
tracks.
I mean-
yourself to make music. It's
Yeah.
just most of the time, I'd say like 1 out of 20 of them are going to be good.
Yeah.
The rest are
yeah.
garbage.
Yeah.
So
But it does help you become less rusty. I've been
Yeah.
doing that this week.
Totally.
Just been trying to sketch out a thing a day and see what sticks.
Yeah.
Nice.
And then
You're going to make a lot of junk in your life.
Oh yeah. Like I've got folders and folders and folders
Yes.
of just
I have junk too.
Yeah.
basura, just trash. Yeah.
What's basura?
Oh, it's Spanish for trash.
Oh, is it?
Or
Yeah.
garbage.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are we done yet?
So wait, what do you?
What are my inspirations? Oh right. Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
I do
Jeremy, tell us about your feelings.
kind of the same as Gabe's, honestly. Like that's why I kind of piggybacked off what you were saying.
Oh right, yeah.
Music, movies. I watch a ton of movies. I really like obscure movies. I really like really terrible movies at the same time too. I
Those
do
three
a
cheesy horror films.
yeah.
Yeah.
I do
Yeah.
a bad movie Sunday.
Have you seen Terminator
yeah.
Genesis?
No,
Dude,
do it.
watch it with. I'll watch. It's one of the worst movies I've ever seen,
Yeah.
and I want everybody to watch this movie.
Wow.
I'll
Okay.
watch it with you. We'll watch Terminator Genesis.
I'm
right.
yeah. I'm down.
Just turn it, put it on the. Put it
Shout
on-
out Terminator Genesis.
Terminator Genesis. Okay.
That movie sucks.
I have to get into that. Yeah.
Oh,
so
man.
I feel like I pick a bad movie every Sunday.
Every
watch
Sunday.
that. Yeah.
Okay.
I pick a
Wow.
bad movie every Sunday and just watch that.
It's like Sharknado styles.
Wow.
Ooh, not even to that level. Just actually from the same production house, but
Yeah.
I'm not gonna get into that.
The fact
Yes.
that's too
Sharknado,
self-aware
though.
to me.
Right.
Yes, but they made a whole industry off of that. Like I
Yeah.
said, we could have a whole conversation about that. But that's what I do. Yeah, I watch bad movies every Sunday. Usually during the week, I'll work on music, and then at night try to watch a good movie. Try to watch something really amazing, thought provoking,
So-
documentary.
So this is all. This has all been kind of kind of big picture. Da 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 da. I'm gonna put you guys in a specific situation. Let's get a little more into the nitty gritty. You're sitting down. You want to make music. you're stuck. You're just stuck. Yeah. Nothing's coming out. You're working on an 8-bar loop. You're 2 hours in. You hate your life.
Sorry, I need a minute. No.
How, this was something that you brought up. How does anybody have something that they do to try to push through that? Is there, do you quit? Do you just like, okay, this isn't going to happen today? Do you push through it? You go, I need to get something done. I need to have accomplished something before I get out of the seat for myself. Like, what are each of yours process for this specific thing? When you're just like, I'm nothing's happening here.
Curious to hear everyone.
Man, like, you have to push through it. You have to push through it. You have to know why you're in that chair.
Well,
100%.
There's that too, but
yeah.
if to the point where I can't take it anymore and I'm just trying and trying, it's not working, I'll just take a step back and I'll go for like a walk, or I'll just cook dinner or something, or just step away for 15-20 minutes and just
Food is an underappreciated thing,
For real.
honestly.
Yeah.
If you're making music for a long time, like I've stood up and realized, I haven't eaten.
Yeah.
I'm so hungry.
Sometimes I'll make a cup of tea.
Gotta order some ice cream.
My brain hurts.
I was bodying tea yesterday. I had much tea.
Yeah, exactly. I'll make a cup of tea and
I had like 4 different
back
kinds
and-
last night, while I was working on music.
just take a break, step back, refresh your ears a little bit, and then come back and revisit.
Okay.
That's what I would do.
Yeah,
I
that's
like it.
like
I like it, but
that's also that
There's a
still
but.
goes back.
There's a big but, because you take a break, you're like, okay, great, I feel so refreshed now, so nourished, from all this food that I bought and ate or whatever, and you go back to the chair and you're stuck in the same loop. So here's my thing, and I used to get stuck on loops a lot, but my tip is, and I always tell myself, and I tell my roommate because I write music with him sometimes, it's like, don't think, just feel it. Like, if you're stuck on a loop and you've been, it's just kind of like you're beating a dead horse, delete that or save it for later, try another day, start something new, and just feel it. Don't think so much
I do
about
that too, actually.
what you're recording or sequencing and stuff. And when you're done writing a decent idea, like when it's like you got some drums, you got a bass, and some, you got enough elements to kind of move on. Don't listen to that thing over and over and over and over and over. Just, yeah.
I think it's rule 8 from the 10 rules from Sister Karina Kent. I'll put it in the comments. Remind me to put that in the comments. The 10 rules, number 8 is... number 8 or 9. Never create and analyze at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
Those are 2 different processes.
Yeah.
I find that to be a difficult thing.
It's hard. It's
Yeah.
extremely hard. I learned that. Like the day I learned that, I remember writing a whole EP.
Yeah.
I wrote like 4 tracks in the matter of like a month.
Yeah.
And I was like, done. I was like, this is why wasn't I thinking about this earlier?
Yeah.
Like, I'm sitting here trying to like force something, and it's like, no, what you just said, just make it.
It's like a conceptual barrier that we put ourselves in. We're producers. We want to hear the final product. So when we don't want to move on too far before finishing that first idea or that second idea.
Yeah.
But I've been getting into that habit of just write and just move on, to the point that like I write stuff and I upload it and I'm like, I forget what I even wrote. Like, I don't remember what that sounds like.
I want to get a little more specific with this. Correct me if I'm wrong, but what you're saying, I think, is composing. Don't worry about effects. Don't worry about your reverbs.
Right.
Don't worry about getting the snare
Yeah.
sounding exactly the way it's supposed to sound
Yeah.
at this moment. Just going and writing. I like the gist of this, and I'm going to keep going, and I'm going to write, and I'm going to come in, and I'm going to do the after stuff after.
A little later, yeah.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay. I would agree with that. It's also hot tip from the streets. That's also my theory for bowling.
For bowling,
Don't think.
Just
bowl.
Just
bowl.
bowl.
Yeah.
Just get.
I like that.
You gotta get in your zone, and you gotta clear your head, and you just fire that ball down.
Yeah. Stop thinking about the
That's actually
angle.
really tight.
Don't think about that.
No,
stuff.
just
Yeah, that's really that. I
Yeah.
like that a lot.
we're going bowling after this. Something else I will add to that you just made me remember this, and it's full disclosure. I haven't made music in months. And I'm starting to have dreams about it, and it's
Oh, wow.
bumming me out, and
Yeah.
I need to make some music. And I'm not DJing either. That's a big thing. So when I'm doing neither, it's like
Yo, it's so killer.
I get antsy, I'm getting irritable, and it's
Yeah.
like, and it's weird because I'll get to that place where I'm like, why am I feeling like this? And I'm like, oh, I'm not doing anything creative right now.
So
I'm playing a lot of Zelda. Hyrule is almost safe. But
Yeah.
that's not the same thing, you know
Yeah,
what I mean?
yeah,
Like,
exactly.
yeah. So, but you're going through the process of moving though, right? And
Yes.
when I was going through that earlier, like, sorry, at the end of last month, beginning of this month, this is end of March right now,
Yeah.
by the way, to those watching.
Yeah.
I was going through that, like, I'm feeling irritated. I feel like I'm not, I don't know, satisfied, and I'm just going to work. I'm moving stuff, and I'm packing, and I'm unpacking,
Yeah.
and it went on for a few weeks. And you know, when I had 1 hour of free time, I just turned on my keyboard and I just jammed for a while. And
you
just,
felt so
and I
much
felt
better.
So much better. Yeah, I didn't record anything. I just played and just jam. Just yeah.
It's weird. I'm just gonna. I have too many thoughts going on. I'm so tired.
I'm sick and tired.
I'm sick and tired.
Yeah.
No, totally. And it's weird. I find that I forget sometimes. It's like you think about making music. You can't think about making music like it's a task. Like, this is a thing I'm doing. I have to do this. Da 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 da.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes I forget that when I first started making music, when I first started DJing, I just did it because it was the most fun thing I'd ever done.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And sometimes I think when you do it for a long, with anything, you forget that. And then
Right.
when you don't do it for a while and you're feeling frustrated, and then you do it and you're like, oh yeah, I do this because it makes me feel really good.
Yeah.
So I have a picture I found of me dancing at. I might have talked about this on this podcast. I'm not sure yet, but I need to watch the old episodes. Play button on YouTube.
Where did we talk about the thing we're talking about?
Let me know.
Let us know in the comments.
Yeah, so I keep a picture of me, like, there's this old picture that I got me, like, dancing at a festival, like, in a circle,
Yeah.
like a breakdance circle. And yeah, I keep that over my, on my dry erase board. It's me, like,
To remind
teasing-
yourself that you don't want to break dance anymore?
Yeah, like, gone are the days. No, it just lets me know, like, hey, keep having fun with this. Like,
Yeah.
have fun like you were having fun in that dance circle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of like
Like,
it's kind of like having like a vision board, if anyone believes in that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
100%.
I do. I believe in it. I mean,
Yeah.
like, for myself, it's kind of similar. I also just moved, so I don't have it up anymore. But at the time, I would have pictures of, like, things and places that I wanted to, you know, get to. So, like,
Yeah.
I don't know, like, I would have a picture of, like, a huge festival or something where I would want to play.
Ah.
Or I would have a picture of, like, a massive, like, well, not a massive, but, like, a really awesome studio that I would want to, you know, eventually work my way up to.
Yeah.
And that kind of thing. It's just a constant reminder that, hey, like, these are your goals.
Yeah.
Don't forget about them. You know, keep doing what you're doing.
You know,
Yeah.
That kind of thing.
you should have that, but also have like stuff from your past. 'Cause
Yeah,
when you
no,
look
yeah.
at it,
You
like,
gotta-
Right.
yeah,
You still gotta remember where you came from.
yeah, because
Yeah.
like back home in Detroit, I have my old vinyl case,
Yeah.
my old flight case. It's like full of stickers, like all over it. But inside, like, I basically kept all my flyers from like the past 11
Nice.
years that I've been.
I do
on
that
the
with my,
road.
like, little artist passes from festivals
Yeah.
and stuff. I still keep those.
Yeah, keep
just a
those.
reminder, like, hey, like, this is the first time you played this festival.
Yeah.
It was so fun.
Yeah.
And so on and so forth.
Yeah. So to have those remnants to, yeah, it's motivational. But I'll have to do the vision board and be like, hey, I'm gonna do that.
It's just like a reminder, just being
Yeah.
like, hey,
Yeah,
like,
keep
this
doing
is
this.
where I want to, this is what I want to work towards.
Yeah, I'm a very nostalgic person, so like,
Yeah,
yeah,
me too.
having that as the past, like, okay, remember that?
Yeah.
That was
Yeah,
you.
both.
Yeah.
It's like that was once you.
I've
That was actually once you.
I have a lot of my posters from shows that I played, and I've always felt weird about, like, putting them on the wall in my own place. It's kind of seemed weird, but, like, I think I might put one or two up in my new studio
Grab
space.
your best ones, man. Like,
Yeah, the
your,
good
grab
ones.
your top ones and just put them there. And
I've
be
always,
like, yo,
I've
remember
always,
that?
I've always thought it was like,
It's not lame. I know you're gonna say it was gonna be. It's not.
It's not corny
It's not
at
corny,
all. No, I loved having
what?
my flyers up.
'Cause I had a song released on a Fabric mix, right?
Yeah.
yeah.
So they sent me like a couple copies of the actual hard copied CD,
Mhm.
and I put it up on my wall, the actual disc,
Yeah.
and the case and everything as a reminder, like, hey, you reached this. This is a milestone.
You could be
Like-
you could have a fabric mix one day. You know what I mean?
You
Yeah,
can
exactly.
you can
That's
celebrate
lit.
your successes, I think is what
Yeah.
we're
Yeah,
Absolutely.
no,
It is.
1000%. Like
Yeah.
I think
It's
that
the same
would
with your
yeah.
shows, like really good shows that you played. Put them up on the wall, be like, hey, like I achieved this. I made it here. This is a good thing.
just that makes me feel so weird.
It seems weird. Yeah.
You know what, Dan? You gotta get in touch with your feelings.
That's what we're doing today. We're talking about our
Yeah.
feelings.
I got this sweet frame or I got the sweet picture from Red Bull.
Yeah.
I could say their name. Yeah, and it was basically I did a show, the video game tracks. I did like
yeah.
I picked like 5 of my favorite video game tracks, and Red Bull did this whole show based on that.
Digging in the carts.
Digging in the carts. it's
Check that
called.
out.
Yeah,
Google that.
It's on Red Bull Radio. So
Sinistar, digging in the carts.
yeah, yeah, it should be up there. And yeah, they sent me a picture of the artwork. Like it was exclusive artwork from the designer that they got. And yeah, like it's got my name on it, all that stuff. I'm just like,
Nice.
that's sweet.
achievement.
That is
That's-
like, yeah, that's like a different level of it. It's not just like the show that I played. It was like I made a contribution
Yeah.
to something that I enjoyed.
It's kind of like
And-
displaying trophies that you won in high school or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, almost to a point. Because like
Almost, yeah.
sometimes you don't look at that trophy because then you'll be like, yeah, and then you'll just be like, yeah, all right, and then you'll just like not do anything up until
Right.
that caliber because you think you just made it to that point,
Right.
And it's like no,
That's where your vision board comes in handy.
yeah. So it's like you gotta find out what you want in the future.
Yo,
Hide the trophies.
my girlfriend got me onto Pinterest, and it's actually dope. Like talking about vision board.
Pinterest.
Pinterest,
Yeah, you like make little albums.
Yeah,
or
because
whatever.
you make it's basically like a vision board.
Yeah.
It's like you're interested in a certain topic, and then it'll be like, yo, here's all this stuff about that thing, and then you can go in and just start looking at. I don't know, it's weird to explain, and I was
Yeah,
like,
I
don't get it.
Never got it. Yeah.
And then I downloaded the app and I started making a Pinterest board about a certain topic that I wanted to research on a little bit, and I was like, this is actually really dope. Then you just pull it up whenever
it's
you want.
kind of addicting. You find a photo you like, you can pin it to one of your specific boards,
Yeah.
or look up like a certain like hashtag or something,
Yeah.
like Ableton, for example, and even everything in Ableton will come up. And
Yeah.
You can be like, I like this, I like this, I like this.
Whoa. Okay.
Yeah, it's really cool.
It's like it's like my Tumblr page.
Tumblr's my business.
Yeah, but Tumblr, like for me, I have a secret Tumblr, and it's just like
If you know what it is,
it's like a
Yeah.
stream. It's like a stream of consciousness. Do you know what I mean? My Tumblr feed of just
Yeah.
the craziest. Like my friends who know my Tumblr, they're just like, dude, I can't even. What is going on? It's insanity, right? But Pinterest is kind of like organized insanity, if you want it
Really?
to be. Yeah, it's
Ugh.
pretty cool.
Do you interact on there?
No. There's no social for at least
No.
that I figured out. There's no social aspect to it. It's just like
Tumblr?
well,
no,
No,
to
there's that you
Pinterest?
can leave
Pinterest.
comments.
Oh, you can.
You can leave comments, but it's not very common.
yeah, okay,
Wow, weird. Okay.
yeah.
So people just go there for
It's like a tool.
inspiration and-
It's like, hey, like I want
I'm
to
just-
see 80s disco album covers. I can put that in as a topic, and then it'll be like, oh, here, check this out, and then you could
okay.
go, and there's just like a board that you made of all these different album covers
That's
that
why
you'd
a lot
like.
of
For
people
example,
go to Pinterest for like present ideas and Christmas decorations and things
Oh,
like
yeah.
that, because it'll show you how to make it and like. You know,
Oh, really?
I'm on Reddit
Me
a
too.
lot. Reddit
Yeah.
is like really good, but there's like a very funny Reddit called Nailed It.
Oh yeah.
You know about Nailed It?
I don't know. Maybe.
Yeah, that's great.
It's like what
It-
Pinterest shows and
Yeah.
then what someone attempts to do.
Oh,
And it's
yeah.
terrible.
It's
Yeah,
terrible.
it's
Yeah.
horrible. But yeah, that's what it reminded me of.
Yeah.
It's like that's what I knew Pinterest for. I was like, oh, okay,
Yeah.
Yeah.
like that's what everyone tries to nail, and then they just
Yeah.
end
Then
up
it doesn't-
ruining it.
yeah.
But yeah, I'll have to get into that. I'm trying to switch
Huh.
my social media game up a little bit. So yeah, that's sweet.
yeah. Shout out Pinterest.
Nice.
Shout out Red Bull for sending you that artwork. That's really dope.
Yeah.
I would be stoked on that.
Yeah, I was hype on that. So I'm looking for a place to like hang it. Like
Yeah.
that is something I want to hang. You know what I
Frame
mean?
it.
Like
Yeah.
it's dope. It's dope to have like like of course I've had flyers up.
Yeah.
And pictures and things like that. But yeah,
Having
to
an official
have
one.
that is like a different thing. The day I win an award or something, I'm probably just gonna like dash it away somewhere.
Smash that Grammy right on the floor.
Oh God.
Will it blend?
Yeah, I'm not getting a Grammy. Yeah, basically, I would just basically just put that somewhere because I don't need to look at that all the time. Like,
The Grammy?
yeah,
No, smash it.
smash it.
That's what I always said. If I ever would win a Grammy, I'd never gonna win
Dude,
a
I would
Grammy.
sell it.
But I'd go on stage and I'll just straight up like, dude, Grammys.
eBay.
We're gonna have a Grammy show one day.
We'll have an award show.
ooh.
We'll have an award show episode.
Yeah.
Award show
trivia.
Award show in general. Oh God.
Um,
Award show
okay.
trivia.
I'm just gonna try to get us.
Soy boy.
I'm so tired.
Back on topic.
Yeah, I'm gonna get us
Right.
back on topic here. I did want to just add, let's rewind, back to when you were talking about the composing. Not going in and doing your effects, da 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 da.
Well,
Something,
you can do effect, but just don't.
but just don't be like, oh, I'm
Yeah.
gonna spend 25 minutes
Yeah.
getting this automation perfect
No.
on this snare volume, like you
Exactly,
know what I mean,
yeah.
like something that I always found really really useful is working on at least 2 or 3 tracks at the same time.
Yeah.
Always.
Yeah.
I'm never just working on one thing.
I like that.
I'm always working on 2 or 3, because if I'm trying to start working on a track, I'm like, oh, I'm gonna go back in, start working on this, and I'm like, I'm getting nowhere.
Yeah.
Boop, done.
Yeah.
Open up the other session.
Yep.
Ooh,
Yeah.
I'm feeling this today. Cool. This is the vibe
Yeah.
I'm going for. I'm into
Sometimes
this.
I have like a to-do list. Like I'll work on a track, and if I feel stuck, I'll go back to that to-do list and say, hey, well, I need to do this on this track. Then I'll pull up the other track.
That's-
Yeah.
That's another thing I do. I use a lot too is the checklist. Like just
Yeah.
you're stuck, you move on, and then you write, okay, I need a melody for that drop or whatever. And then when it comes up down the road next week or next day or whatever, I know to do it. But
Yeah.
Is this something you do as well?
Dry erase board all day.
Really?
yeah.
4 tracks for individual track. This is a thing.
Oh yeah, I was working on 2 or 3 this week, and yeah, that's like a normal thing for me now. I learned that maybe 6 years ago, like when I was actually like sitting and kind of knocking out tunes, for different labels and stuff, and I'm like, oh wait, like if I
Yeah.
work on certain things, like it's 2 different styles, but like you can basically switch between the 2 and
Yeah.
yeah, just kind of do whatever.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And yeah, it makes it a lot easier to, find more inspiration.
Yeah.
You hear something, oh, sorry.
and like know where to go next. Like,
Yeah,
when
yeah.
when you're stuck, you feel like you forget where you want to go next. So
Yeah.
when you take yourself out of production mode and you're just sitting at home having your coffee, you make your checklist.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, like I said, I usually take some time out and prepare my dry erase board for what I have coming up. Like this actually is funny because I got stuck this week on like a bunch of things, and there were 2 like labels and like group ideas that I wanted to work on, that I was trying to get ideas down for, and I was like, why am I getting stuck on this so much? It's like I should be knocking this out like no problem. And I was like, it's because I wrote that up there. It's because I wrote what I was supposed to be doing up there.
Yeah.
And this wasn't like a deadline thing. It was
Yeah.
just like me making ideas to get like another.
So you're saying that helped or it didn't help?
It didn't help to have it up there because I kept forcing it to try to make something look like that.
This is why I'm against this whole idea.
Oh, you're really? Yeah.
Really?
I'm against this completely.
The checklist and all
Yeah,
that?
no. Because like going back to the composition thing of it,
Interesting.
it's like say even like let's say I have a track that I was working on 6 months ago.
Uh-huh.
I was like, oh, I'm gonna go in and revisit that. If I had some checklist of where I was thinking about it 6 months ago,
Oh.
you know what I'm saying? Like,
Okay,
to
no.
me, it seems like it's very beneficial lots of times to go in on something I was stuck on, and then I totally forget what I was even working on.
Yeah.
Listen to the track and go, oh, I need to erase this. You
Yeah.
know what I
Oh,
mean?
you know,
Like that
like,
fresh set of ears.
in that sense, it's fine, right?
Yeah.
Like, but in terms of like having a checklist, I think you're thinking more of like the production ends of like things, right?
I was thinking
like,
more like not so much like, okay, create a melody for this, or like I want to follow this pattern or something. More like, okay, well, I want to put like reverb on this, or like more of like the technical stuff.
Yeah.
See, but wouldn't you just hear that?
Mine
Wouldn't you
is-
go, oh, that needs more. Like,
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying.
Mine is like the
I don't-
final though.
Okay,
Like,
okay,
mine
wait,
is-
It seems
yeah.
too technical.
I
to
feel
me.
like, okay, I think we are maybe thinking a bit more short term. You're saying like something like 6 months ago. Like I would not listen to my own notes from 6 months ago.
Yeah, no, if it's 6
So-
months ago, that's
Yeah, I
so much has
definitely-
changed. But
yeah.
this is more
But-
like
I think Dan and I are in the same boat here. Cause like
yeah?
me, it's like I have a checklist, but my checklist is like long term.
Oh,
like,
really?
hey, it's like, all right, I'm making tunes for this label,
Interesting.
or I'm putting out this release, or I've got
So-
this
Oh,
collaboration.
that's a totally different thing. You like.
well, it's still
you-
production
yeah.
because I still have to like make it. You know what I mean?
Yes,
like,
but he's talking about here's song 6500.
Yeah.
Here's my things. Reverb on these hi hats.
That's short
Fix
term
the
for me.
delay
Yeah.
on this. Da da da
Yeah,
da
yeah.
da. Blah blah blah. And for me, I don't think I would ever do that anymore. I remember doing that a lot when I was like first making
Yeah.
music, but
Well-
I don't think I would do that anymore just because
yeah.
I know, like, to me it's so like my ears should tell me what I need to do.
I do. Oh, yeah.
when I make a list, like we're talking, yeah, I know what you're talking
Yeah.
about in short term. But when I make a list for things like reverb or delay or whatever, is if like, hey, you know, I'm walking down the street and I'm just like, okay, let's listen to the track I just made, or
Yeah.
like a demo I just made, and I'm walking and I'm listening and I say, actually, you know, this delay would sound good on this end part of so and so, and I'll quickly jot that down.
Yeah.
So that's my list I would add. So when I get home,
It's
I have the list.
It's a quick
right?
fix, right?
It's a quick fix.
Yeah.
Long
So I think
term-
we do the same thing.
yeah, and long term, I'm more like Jeremy. I'll be like, hey, you know what? I have to do 4-track EP for this label. I need to get that done, and that's my long term. There's no
Yeah.
specifics as to what I follow. Just
Yeah.
as long
Yes.
as I have the 4 tracks.
So-
Okay, wait. I should mention I have 2 notes. I have like short term notes, and I have one literally called long term.
Okay.
So it's
Gotcha.
very different. Like I treat them very differently.
Yeah, so that's what I got stuck
Yeah.
on, though. Like, that's why I got stuck with the long term, because I was like,
Right.
all right, cool, I want to, like, work on it. And weirdly enough, that I had already worked on something for that label, but I
Yeah.
wanted to do more. But I was like, I didn't have, you know, like, it's done. Like, work on something else.
You couldn't come up with the thing.
I couldn't
that you
come up with anything, and I was getting, like, so
You got
frustrated.
stuck.
Yeah, and I was like, well, wipe. And now I feel so much better. It's like, I don't even have to look at it. Like, I
Right.
just make things. Like,
It was stopping everything else from happening.
yeah, because like I'm trying to set this like imaginary deadline
Right.
on myself. You know what I mean?
That is difficult.
yeah,
Yeah.
and
Like
it's
I
there's no deadline. It's like you just make stuff.
I will agree. I don't like my long term like list as much. Like I use my short term one like all the time. I'm like
For sure.
I'm like, ooh, switch that snare to this, or like, ooh, you know, play that melody on a piano instead of a synth. And
Yeah.
it's like that
For
works
the,
great.
The
But
long term one, I don't have like a specific date I need to meet. I just say 4-track EP for so and so. Whenever I finish, just when I finish. I don't have a specific date. I mean, maybe I'll have like a, you know, a general like, hey, like work on this maybe, I don't know, 2 months from now or something
Yeah.
like that. Nothing like June 1st has to be in.
No.
Nothing like that.
Oh,
But,
Yeah.
gone are the days. Mine are like, yeah, like you got to get this in like soon.
Well,
I
it's
do
different.
have
It's
remix,
different
yeah.
if you have a deadline from an exterior source, right? I think what she's talking about is self-imposed deadlines.
Oh, but I miss
Yeah.
the self-imposed days.
Hey,
I have a
I love it. I
have a
love
couple deadlines.
Yeah,
that
I
are-
love
yeah, I have a
having.
couple, but-
I love the fact that I can like start writing music, like when someone asks me to start writing music. Like I've become into that. I've come into that position now, which is awesome because
Yes.
then I have awesome people hitting me up to like, you know, push releases. I can have like a few big ones a year, and chill out and go touring and stuff.
yeah.
That's all good, but yeah, the point of like sitting down and like making things. And
Yeah.
like not having to have that particularly in mind.
Mm.
Yeah, those are few and far in between nowadays.
Interesting.
So,
Yeah.
yeah. Also, I was gonna touch on that shortlist thing.
Yeah.
Right? I have a shortlist sometimes, but it's on I use 2 different mediums. So like long term is the dry erase board. Once I knock that out, I can wipe that off completely. But if I have something in my head and I get distracted, I'm like, all right, cool, let me write that
Yeah.
down real quick.
I just find it like I find the list helpful. like there's so many things in Ableton. There's still like all these buttons and devices and tracks and MIDI notes, and it's just so much easier for me to like write a note and then I put a little tick when I'm done. It's like takes 2 minutes to fix, done, and I feel better.
Yeah.
And then I can keep going instead of feeling like I'm stuck in that. You know, I get into that project and I'm like, where do I start? You know, there's just so many things.
Here's a question.
So.
You're not using Ableton on a regular basis, but you two are. Do you guys use the internal note system inside of Ableton?
The what?
The notes system inside of Ableton.
No. Oh, no.
Not the note system. I do sometimes use the locators at the top.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'll make a locator and say.
And write a note in the locator.
Just being like, hey,
Yeah.
add snare
Yeah.
here or something like
Yeah.
that. But I won't actually use like a note system, just the locator.
Okay.
Yeah.
I have I color code my clips that need fixing. So
Oh,
yeah.
something's red. It needs fixing.
I am actually very meticulous with my color coding. So if
I
it's
color code,
red,
yeah.
if it's red, it's like fix it. And if I'm exporting something, I see something red, I'm like, what's that? So
Yeah. I note and color code in Reno is like
And
all
also-
the time. So
also
That's actually really smart.
Yeah. If I hear-
I'm making
if-
a note.
make a note of that.
also hot tip: if you hear something in your mix, like you know you exported it, you're on the bus, and you're like those drums need to be remixed. Make sure you mark them like red or something.
Yeah.
And then again, when I'm exporting, I make sure nothing's red when I'm exporting. So,
Interesting. Okay.
That's cool.
That's
Yeah.
a cool way to do it.
yeah.
That's cool.
That's what's up.
I might have to
I
try
like
that.
that.
The pro
I like
tip.
Red
that.
stands out, right?
Pro
So-
tip.
Yeah.
Wow.
Pro tip. That is
Yeah.
a good pro tip.
I like that tip.
I like
Okay.
that. Yeah, that's a sick tip.
Yeah.
Sick
It's just
tips.
it's so rewarding when you finish fixing your mistake or whatever, and you turn it green or you turn it blue, whatever color that's not red.
See,
So-
I always color code stuff based on what it is. Like my drums are orange.
Yeah.
My
I do.
snares are yellow. Random percussion's green.
Yeah.
My synths are purple.
Yeah.
My samples are blue. Like
So-
it's always. I know I
Yeah.
can open any session ever, and I always do the same color coding
Me
system.
too.
So I go
Yeah.
in and I'm like, oh, here's, and I label everything correctly. But yeah, I just know what stuff is. I've never thought
But
of
you need-
doing it in the process of.
Yeah.
Done,
if you have
not
a,
done.
You have a couple colors that are like markers for something, and then you flip it into the color that's you know my drums are green or whatever, then or my synths are teal. Then yeah, I don't know. I find it super helpful.
No,
so.
that's cool. I like
I like
that.
Yeah.
the color coding thing. Yeah.
It's taken us a while, but I feel like I finally learned something this podcast. So.
There's only the ice creamer.
Oh yeah, and I want ice cream.
Yeah,
And let's
ice
go
cream for
bowling.
real. Yeah, that's a good choice.
That's very
to
cool.
have. I like that a
Cool.
lot. Cool.
And I feel like that could be beneficial too when you're stuck. Like, you know what? I'm not fixing anything today.
Yeah.
But you know what I'm doing?
Go through
I'm
it.
gonna mark all the stuff that needs to get fixed, and
Yeah.
I'm gonna come in another day and I'm gonna fix it because
Do it
I'm not feeling
all
it right
the
now.
time.
Kind of like a list, but just
Yeah.
visual.
Yeah. See, I like
Yeah.
that way better. I don't like this whole. I need to change the reverb to
3 seconds.
yeah, it's
3.5 seconds.
I don't like this plugin. I'm gonna try this plugin, and if that plugin doesn't work, I'm gonna use that other plugin, and then da 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 da.
Yeah, that's a
da.
lot.
Using that exact voice.
That's a lot.
That's the voice that I hear in my head when I'm telling myself.
Yeah, when people, I had a nice little Twitter conversation with somebody. At _313. What's up? Holler at me.
That's in the description.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. So I'll double. So yeah, we were talking about just naming tracks. Like,
Always.
Not me.
No, you don't. You're not a namer.
Not until I have to send stems out. Like
I'm
if I have to
actually
send stems,
really
like
bad at naming my tracks too.
kills
you
my
guys.
it kills my flow.
You guys.
It murders my flow.
See, this is, and I've complained about this. I think is Mitch here. He's heard me complain about this a
No.
million times. Brandon's here. When I switched from Cubase to Ableton, one of my biggest pet peeves still is in Cubase I could create profiles sessions. It's like, oh, I'm hip hop session version 3. So I'd come in and it would just open up and it's like everything's already labeled. I have my plugins on everything that I already
Everything's set
want.
up,
Da 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 da
templates and
da.
all that.
Exactly the way I want it. And in Ableton you can do it, but only one.
Yeah.
You have
Yeah,
your
just
one
the one thing.
default thing. And I had like 10 different. I'm like, oh, I want to make this. Boom, done. Boom, everything's ready to go.
Yeah.
So that's really annoying.
Yeah, Renoise is like that. I need to holler at Renoise to be like, yo, next version, get the different profiles.
I feel like it's such an easy thing
It's
to
so much
add.
easier.
Yeah.
Like,
It's like you want to
Yeah.
use if you
Good
want
hot
to
tip to give Ableton.
if you want to
Because-
rewire.
so-
Like you got a rewire template. Boom, done.
Done.
I do this, but it's not ideal the way you can do it because you can just make a template and save that as a project file, and then whenever you open that template, then you need to save as
Yes,
a new name.
totally. It's a hack. I know
But-
there's a hack around it. But what I'm saying is Cubase
It should be in there.
It should be, yeah.
And
it
this is a
should-
Cubase
yeah.
version from 15 years ago, and it would
Yeah.
open up, and it's like, which
Here's everything.
Yeah.
Would
I
you
would-
like to open an old project or a new project? And if you want to open a new project, which
Yeah.
Which
of your
one-
templates would you like to use?
I would love
so
that.
It's like
It
a
was
Word
so
document.
awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah,
100%.
Yeah.
it's like a Word document.
Anyways, we're not
You
gonna
want to make a resume? Boom, done.
So
Yeah.
I'm gonna.
Enter your name, print.
Yeah, there you go. That's it. Like
man, I
make,
didn't
make
know
these
I-
fake jobs.
I didn't know. I didn't know I played soccer in grade 9.
Yeah, there you go. I was all state. It
So
says here on this paper.
next up, I want to ask you guys: do you take vacations from making music? Is there purposefully time off taken that you have scheduled on your calendar, on whatever sort of scheduling thing that you choose to go, yo, I'm taking a break. This is break time.
I don't know, man. When you're off, you're off. Right? There's really not a time. You're like, I'm gonna take 3
Well-
weeks off. Yeah, you know what I
Yeah,
mean.
it-
Like, because if you get hit with that inspiration, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
It hits you.
Not even just
you gotta
that. Like, I've tried that, taking a vacation that
Yep.
wasn't music related. No such thing.
Oh God, no! There's never
No-
such a
no
thing.
such thing.
There's never such a thing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it is
well,
not such
100%.
thing.
Yeah. But you can, I mean, you can take breaks from making it, but
Right.
you gotta
Oh,
listen.
okay.
Like, okay,
Okay. So
This is
you,
talking about making music.
yeah. 'cause
Yeah,
You guys
yeah.
were talking like career, like even if you're traveling and stuff.
yeah, no,
Like,
like,
you're always-
my traveling is like
Yeah.
my
Yeah.
vacation.
Exactly.
If I have 2 weeks off in the city, or I have like 2 weeks off somewhere,
Yeah.
like I'm still gonna be and doing something in
Yeah.
terms of music.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, I think that, like,
yeah,
But you're not gonna be making music. Like
I
you
won't be
said,
making
Yeah,
music.
you don't
I
make
will
music
make-
on the road.
I'll make music on the road.
I'll only stop making music is if I've had like a bigger release happen and come out, then I'll let it, like we were talking earlier,
Yep.
we'll let it marinate
Let
for a little bit,
marinate.
and then I won't make new music during that time. Instead, sometimes I'll have to do podcasts or like mixes or
Yeah.
shows or whatever. It is still music related, but it's not making music. And then once that release finishes like marinating or whatever, then maybe I'll dip into making music again, and the process just repeats.
Right.
Like I had 2 releases, 2 big ones come out like the end of 2016, and then I found myself on the road for like 3 months.
Whoa.
So
so
like
that's your
yeah,
vacation.
like the little spot between, it was like, all right, cool. Like let it sit, make some, talk to some people, make some plans, and then
I
I'm
find
out.
that winter is a good season to stay inside and make music.
Mhm.
And then summer, typically, especially in Canada, is festival season,
Yep.
shows, all
Yeah.
that kind of stuff. Everyone wants to be outside.
Hanging out at the river.
yeah.
I don't hang out the river, but yeah.
outdoorsy.
Yeah.
You should. It'll help you.
I've done it before, but
It's off
I'm
it.
very urban. I like cities.
The river's in the city.
Yeah, but I like camping.
It's like just off Kensington.
It's like you can bike there. It's,
Yeah.
No, but I mean,
It's
like,
beautiful.
I'm not like a whatever. This
River advocates over here. Go to the river.
I think we're just pro outdoors. That's all.
I'm
Yo.
not, I'm not like I am. I like the outdoors.
Yeah.
I don't find myself
Mm.
sitting next to a river for longer than an hour.
Yeah, we're in the same boat. Like
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
a city kid too,
I'm
so
a
it's
city
like
kid.
I'm a city kid, but I love like just having an excuse to get out and just like, hey, it's a nice day. Let's go to the river. Let's go to that like mountain or
I
whatever.
do
Go
Blackville,
hiking
Like,
and just chill. Yeah.
Yeah.
sweat lots.
Wow. Yeah. That's you gotta suffer a little bit.
Dad
Yeah.
shaking.
remember the suffering. So many people sweat
Sometimes-
next to this river.
Yeah.
Sunshine is good. I should get more of
Yeah.
it. I'm pretty
Yeah,
transparent right now.
I should do that. And go out more and what have you. So
Gabe, do you take vacations?
I love the river, Dan. I love going out. Like honestly,
oh, man.
I do go out of my way to, like in the summertime, get on the bike, just go to the river, get a coffee, and just chill with someone, or even alone, just kind of grab a book and just enjoy the nice day. because I work a lot. Like my jobs, I'm kind of like bouncing around the city. I feel like I'm always doing something, and then when it's my day off, I'm like, okay, I gotta write lyrics, I gotta sing, I gotta record this, I gotta practice, I got a show coming up. But I'm like, at some point, I need time for myself.
Mm-hmm.
I need time for my brain to just not have that cerebral engagement of, like, all these decisions that I have to make.
So this is a little bit, I guess, is there a difference then between, something that you'll do, like we're talking about video games or movies or stuff, like,
Right.
those are kind of short term. I'm not making music tonight. Obviously, you're not going to make music every single night of your life.
Yeah.
Sometimes you want to do something relaxing. But that's different than, going, it's summer. It's the long winters have ended.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I'm going to go up. I'm just going to ride bikes for 2 weeks and hang outside and go to the river
We should
with my friends
A river day.
and have a nice
not the river, sorry.
Should we do a
I was gonna say an episode in the
at the river?
Yeah.
Whoa. We're going to do a summer episode at the river.
We'll both just be like, yo, yeah.
No, I'm burning.
Okay, 15-minute episode. That's all.
See,
Yeah.
okay, your version
Yeah.
of the river is my version of like a patio.
There you go.
We can bring chairs.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let's go to
I
patio.
meant like having a drink or something.
I mean,
Okay. Here's what I'll say though. I like being disconnected. When you're going to the river, when you're going hiking, you don't usually have Wi-Fi, and for me, I don't have a lot of data on my phone, so I can't be on Facebook, I can't be on Instagram checking all these things. So when I'm there, I'm just there.
Yeah.
And just have a conversation with someone or just chill.
okay, so you guys don't like the river.
I like the river.
Guys hate water.
Oh, I love water.
Oh, I never said I liked
Oh
water.
no, don't get it twisted. I
Let's not-
love
yeah,
being in water.
So, as I mentioned near the top of the show, I haven't made music in months. And I am not DJing either, and it's making me sad.
I'm sorry, Dan.
And I want to know, how do you get started back up? When you have a long break, when you're feeling like you had a drought, perhaps, when the oasis is so far away you can't even see it. How do you get going again?
That's a good question.
Crystal, let's start with you.
Ugh. How do I get going again?
Yeah. First, here, do any of you have any stories about a time when you stopped making music for a while, or things, something in your life may have been happening? We don't have to get into details, but just, something stopped you, stopped your ability, whether it was,
Relationships.
Yeah. Break up because I didn't have a computer for like a few months.
Ooh.
Did she steal your computer?
What's up?
Did she steal your computer?
Take my computer. Like she had two computers. My other computer got stolen. Was using hers at the time.
Oh, so you
Just
didn't have a
what
computer.
Yours is, you didn't have a computer. For
yeah.
me,
So
it was
like mine is like that was out the window until I got another one.
So for me, it's like if you're in a relationship, especially if it's a new one, you want to spend time with that person.
Yep.
And you just kind of forget about everything else.
Yep.
So that for me was a period in my life with however exes
And so how did you come out of that? Was it just you got bored with your girlfriend, or like
No,
were you
no.
feeling inspired, or like what pushed you to get back into the studio and make some hot fire
Well,
beats?
there's two scenarios to this. So I guess one of them is if a label approaches me and says, "Hey, like we're interested, we want
Yeah.
music," and that's cool. And I, the typical inspiration stuff like hanging with your friends and
Yeah.
what we talked about previously. The second one is if you for me anyway, and I'm sure for everyone else, if you have a breakup or something, it's good material.
Tapping
It's
into that.
tapping into the
I'm the
Time
emotions.
into that misery.
Yeah.
I'm the president of Heartbreak Island, and I
Yeah.
decree music will be made.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think after my split, I went on the road. Like, I was like touring a ton. So, yeah.
For me,
That helps.
I just immersed myself even more into music.
Totally.
It didn't have to be making music specifically, although I am doing that right now.
1 million
But
%.
being more involved with beat drop, for example, and just going out more to shows and seeing friends and things like that, and seeing them play their shows and being supportive and just getting more involved into the community.
Yeah.
The same kind of things we kind of touched on with inspirations.
Yeah.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah.
Quick relationship advice. Listen, if you're making music,
Oh wow,
you go through breakup.
Dr. Oz over here.
Listen, like, this is just a hot tip from the streets. Detroit streets. Much like Venezuela.
Yeah.
So basically, if you're making music and you're, going through your split or whatever, just remember that even after everything, you're still going to be making music. You're still going to be DJing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You're still going to be doing your thing. You're still going to be you.
You do you.
Like, nobody's going to take...
Yeah.
Be yourself, man.
Yeah.
See? Like, yeah, it
That
works.
is
And
very, very true.
yeah,
So,
you still be around. Like, this is the advice I got from other DJs who have been around the scene for a really long time. And they,
Been through it all.
been through it all, dated everybody, like, got married a few times, all that stuff. And they're like, yo, like, I'm still DJing.
Yeah.
Like, don't think that, because this is over, everything is over. Like, no. It's
if
not.
anything, you're fueling my fire.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Made
So-
the bridges I burn light my path. Is
Yeah.
that the phrase?
Something like that. I don't
Yeah,
know. I've
something
never
like
heard
that.
that one.
So.
I think this is,
Sounds heavy, dude.
Yeah, well, I'm a heavy person.
but I think you guys are touching on something really important, which is if you're not already involved with some other musicians, some other producers, some other DJs, get involved. Start going to shows. You don't have to be making or creating stuff to meet other people, right? You just go to shows and start just being a nice, genuine person, be yourself, and
Yeah.
Sometimes unexpected collaborations will happen.
Exactly.
And
Yeah.
networking and
Yeah.
all that kind of stuff.
That's actually something that has brought me out of long funks of not making music is a new collaborative
Yeah.
endeavor.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Yeah. I've been kind of toying with it at the time, especially right now. But it's pretty. I don't know. It's a strange moment right now because I really want to make more new things instead of there's this string of time I was just making a bunch of remixes, and it was
Yeah.
which is great. I love remixing things.
Yeah.
I'm like a serial remixer. But
Make some original stuff too.
yeah, but I want to make original things. I want to find
We're
a
gonna make
new sound.
Sinistar things.
Yeah, make Sinistar things. I want to make
Yeah.
a new, I'm looking for a new sound or just trying to find a new sound right now too. So
We should do
it's
that
important.
Latin freestyle record.
Oh yeah, get the 727 samples, boy. We got the TR8 here, saying
we
727. What is it? The 727 expansion.
That's the Latin, the Latin expansion.
Get it a beat
Yeah.
drop. Right.
We're gonna make those Stevie B remixes.
Oh, yeah. Damn.
Yeah.
So
Oh, yeah. Go ahead. Sorry.
What was the topic? Sorry.
Taskmaster.
so tired.
Just
how to get started back up after a long break.
Oh, right.
Because that's what I'm gonna. My new studio space. It's just boxes. I have so much work to do in there before I can even sit down and make any music.
yeah.
But won't it feel good and inspiring in itself once you're done?
Yeah, it's gonna be great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's gonna be great.
Sometimes your environment's a good inspirational place, right?
I'm gonna see if these cats. They're gonna be my new collaborators.
Ooh, okay.
Cats rule.
Garth and Gary. Shout out Garth and Gary, my little angels.
That's funny.
Squared.
One thing I do is keep a music journal. I'm if I'm watching a movie or playing video games or something, I've been
It's like an inspiration journal.
Yeah.
Or okay.
So I've been rehashing my love for internet radio. I have VLC, the media player.
Yeah.
VLC gang here. It has the IceCast radio directory on it, so it just lists all these random radio stations basically, and hit shuffle, hit play,
Listen to something
and
weird.
flip through it. Listen
Yeah.
to some strange stuff, and when I find something, write it down real quick. Yeah.
I will. I watched. I'm a big fan of a film. It's called Quicksilver. It's starring Kevin Bacon.
Okay.
He is a bike messenger. It's from the early '80s. Also starring a young Lawrence Fishburne.
He might have been Larry Fishburne. at the
He
time.
was Larry Fishburne at the time, I believe.
Yeah.
And this movie sucks. But I'll tell you what, the music is pretty good for like stuff I like.
They spent more on the music budget than the actual
Yeah,
movie
it was
budget.
like, you know, cheesy, epic 80s, you know, everything's dramatic, da-da-da. But I remember I watched this movie, this was years ago, and I was so inspired by this movie, I wrote a whole album
Dude.
from this movie. I never put out, because I don't put music out, because that's for suckers.
Don't watch our episode about Bandcamp.
Why? Oh, yeah, because then, yeah. But anyways, yeah, I remember, like, just hitting on, you know, inspirational things. I remember I watched this movie, and I was using MPC at the time, and I sat down for like 2 weeks, and I wrote a whole album.
I love
just
that.
based off this movie.
Oh, that's great.
And all these scenes and everything, and I
Yeah.
was so inspired by
Awesome.
this awful movie.
Yeah.
So yeah, you can find inspiration in a lot of weird places, I guess,
Yeah.
and,
Yeah.
and from things you might not expect, right?
Everyone's
wrote-
different too, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
What?
Yep.
I mean, like, you know, I find inspiration in, you know, maybe Jeremy might not, and vice versa.
The river.
Yeah.
Same
I don't
people.
find any inspiration from the river.
Right.
Like going to the river.
Yeah.
Crazy folks.
Although I do like the mountains though.
I love the
They're very,
mountains.
very
Mountains are
pretty.
great.
Yeah.
Absolutely love the mountains. There's
Yeah.
like something monolithic that
Yeah.
in just making.
It's just when you're driving in and you're curving, you know.
Yeah.
It's almost like you're staring at a painting in real life.
Totally.
Yeah, it's
You
the
know?
best.
No,
And I
I know.
feel like
I love it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I grew up next to mountains anyway, being like next to Pennsylvania and driving through it.
Is there mountains over there?
Yeah, there's
Okay.
Allegheny Mountain Range.
Okay.
And it's like, yeah, the Appalachians and all that
Yeah.
other
It's
stuff.
just gorgeous.
Yeah, it's
Nice.
beautiful. Like just
Yeah.
I don't know, something about mountains and then making dance music.
Yep.
Is just I don't know.
Yeah.
There's just a connection there.
Ethereal.
That's just it's like it's insane.
Yeah.
Like
Driving at nighttime too in the stars.
oh my goodness.
Ugh.
It's surrealist.
Listening to some
Oh,
like
yeah.
deep
We like
techno.
nature.
We should go to the mountains and do a podcast.
Can we? Yeah.
I'll
Can
be
we
like,
drive a night? This is some deep
buzz.
techno, and it's just like, oh
Yeah.
I'm not doing it if we have to listen to techno.
no. Driving
to
at
find-
nighttime and the stars showing like it's a clear sky and it's like black, and you're just listening
The
to
best.
deep techno,
Yeah.
and it's just like oh
You know what?
my heart.
We need to find a unifying genre.
Yeah.
I say hip hop, right?
I don't think
Eh,
Crystal
No,
really
you don't
likes
like
rap
hip-hop.
music very
I,
much.
I mean the old stuff. I like the old stuff.
Yeah, we'll have to
We'll
find
work
that.
the we'll
find
brainstorm.
something.
Unifying genre.
Yeah.
We're gonna you know, maybe at least one artist.
Yeah.
If you have a suggestion
Drake.
for
No, I don't know.
just
I don't know.
don't yell at artists you don't like. That's not, this is a real thing. I'm curious.
This is real life. All right.
We gotta find this out.
I'm curious, yeah, if we can find an artist that we are all actually stoked on,
Yeah.
that unifies
Yeah.
unifies the panel.
We'll find out.
If you have any suggestions for your guys', this is homework this week. So I like disco and boogie and hip hop. That's the music I always listen to. Gabe, what genres are your top picks?
Japanese rock and bass music.
Okay,
Yeah.
Jeremy.
Man.
The core ones here.
The
Let's
core? Ugh. Like, good question. I don't know. Like, I can't say I listen to
really-
everything.
I know I do too, but what's the majority of what you're listening to?
What is the main one that I just put on?
You
I
listen to
just
drum
wanna
and bass.
Do something.
Drum bass, right?
Yeah, but now I make it, I don't listen to it that much anymore.
Okay.
I do listen to techno.
Yeah.
Yeah, I listen to techno. I listen to like I was looking up. This is why I keep a music journal. This is exactly why I keep a music
For
journal.
music that you-
like. If I find something, I like go down a rabbit hole with that. But,
Totally. Yeah.
Nice.
I found out what was the group. There's this group called BAM, BAMN, and they were part of this whole genre called New Beat. And New Beat is like this whole genre that got invented by this goth rock band that was on 4AD.
Okay.
Like 4AD is a very popular record label. Yeah. They have huge names. If you've heard of 4AD too.
You're
I
not
can put
helping
that
us figure out
Anyway.
our artist.
Anyway, that's kind of like where I'm at with it. I'm like, I
Cool.
just listen to really weird music. I'm a very big researcher on it. So if I pull for anything though, it'll be like ambient or jazz or something.
Ambient jazz. Okay.
Oh, wait, not ambient and jazz, but ambient. or
Ambient jazz.
Oh, I know some ambient jazz. Don't worry.
Or yeah, if you want to, go that route.
Yeah.
I listen to jungle,
Jungle.
Yeah.
not drum and bass. Listen to jungle.
What's the majority of your record collection?
Majority of my record collection, like funk and soul.
Okay.
This like should not be a hard question.
Yeah.
No, it's a hard
I
question.
listen to 9 million different things.
That's the
Yeah.
thing.
And
It's
Crystal-
a really hard question.
Crystal, we know your answer.
No, well, yeah,
Deep techno.
That techno, yeah, of course. But I also really, really enjoy trip hop.
Trip hop.
Trip
Oh,
hop.
okay.
Like Portishead,
Sweet.
Massive Attack,
Yep.
that kind of stuff.
Sweet.
Like that's what got me into electronic music.
So you know what? What's the I think it's a Massive Attack song. That's the theme song for. It's like their most famous
The
song
House, for
for
the-
House.
Teardrop?
Yeah, for House.
Teardrop,
It's
yeah.
called Teardrop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do we all like that song?
I love it.
Probably do. I'm bad with title names,
If
but
you heard it-
I do like Massive Attack.
Yeah,
though,
if you heard it, like
Yeah.
you know exactly what
Yeah,
it
yeah.
is. I
Dude,
mean,
we're
like,
gonna start there.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
I saw the video. I've never seen
I
the
feel
video
so
for that.
good right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember seeing the video for that, and like as a kid, like
The baby.
12 in Atlanta, like just sitting there, like,
Right. It's just the fetus, right?
what? I was like, what is this? And then
Yeah.
the fetus is singing the song.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, I was done.
Yeah. That's a good start.
Yeah,
We'll
that's
start
cool.
there.
There we go.
Yeah, yeah.
So that's what we're thinking. If anybody has something that's a little more
Massive
uplifting than that,
Yeah. So yeah, like I have a lot of genres depending on my mood,
yeah.
etc., etc.
I think the hard thing is going to be finding something that I like and that Crystal likes.
Yeah.
I'm pretty okay. I listen to techno. Yeah, everyone knows that. But depending on the song, I'm pretty flexible.
Here, bonus question.
Oh, bonus,
Oh,
bonus,
okay, okay.
bonus.
Brucey bonus question. Do you ever try to make music that you don't usually make to get yourself out of a rut?
I did that this week.
Ah!
I've been getting my publisher has been offering me a bunch of sync work.
Okay.
So music for TV and film and stuff like that. And yeah, he sent me one and I had to recreate the Migos song Stir Fry.
Okay.
And yeah, they needed an alt for a TV show. So
Yeah.
fingers crossed, because in the world of sync, we should have an episode on this maybe with Mitch. I'm making these plans early on the camera. Anyway, yeah, they pay like crazy. So I was like,
Yeah.
I might as well try this
Yeah.
and see what happens.
So you made a Migo-esque trap style instrumental track this week.
Yes.
Cool.
And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna try my hand at this, and that helped me so much.
Yeah.
Work
But I
on
was
some other
like-
stuff.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
like, hey, now I'm back.
Yeah.
I was like, cool. Now
Yeah.
I can like start knocking out everything.
Cool.
You know, it was dope to have that opportunity. So
Yeah.
yeah, if you are a budding producer or if you're full time looking to sync work,
Yeah.
Those are
yeah.
like just going to working on something that's different. That can be really good exercises too. Just for when you make the same type of thing over and over and over again, you can get stuck in patterns. Obviously.
Oh yeah,
And
you
going,
get
hey, I'm gonna make
I was
something.
getting angry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And actually, so that's interesting you say that because so the only times that I've gone really out of
Yep.
my comfort zone is when I've tried to copy someone else. Like just I'm like, oh, I like that song, and I didn't have a sync deal that I'm like looking to make, but I just wanted to learn like how would
As
I
a
go
creative practice.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like how would I make that that kind of thing, and it's
so this kind of
yeah.
forces you into that, and then you have to turn in the product.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like so,
that-
it kind of gets you right back into that
Exactly.
that fold, you know. So yeah, I'm exploring that world now.
It's cool because it's like problem solving, but it's like learning and
Totally.
it's art, and
Uh-huh.
it's I don't know, it's fun.
because you have to make
Yeah.
it. You have to make it as close as you possibly
Yeah.
can.
Yeah.
Without having Migos come to your house or having
Yeah.
you know.
but I don't think
Yeah.
it's. We should clarify. It's not the kind of project that you then you send it to the same label you release under Sinistar, right?
No.
Oh no.
Yeah,
So
it's
no,
a
this is
different
this.
thing.
Yeah, this is different, but
It's a
it's
personal
still
thing.
It's still but
Yeah.
even when I do that, it's still under my name
Oh yeah.
because they have to
Oh,
basically
okay.
have that for the publisher.
Yeah.
so I can, because my artist name is under that.
Yeah.
Nice.
It's not going to be a track to where, you know, I'm selling it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah,
it's
yeah,
not
yeah.
coming out on
Exactly.
a label or anything
Yeah.
like. I
Yeah.
sure hope it doesn't.
It would be a
because
very-
I would
yeah.
be very sad.
Yeah.
I'd be like, no, that was like work music. Like,
Yeah, yeah.
that's not. Like I'm rewriting a jingle. Like I'm basically writing a jingle or
Yeah.
something like
Yeah.
that. You know what I mean?
There's nothing wrong with it. It's just not what you do.
That's not what I do.
Yeah, that's
but
not what your brand is.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's at the same time. I'm like, that's dope.
I recently did a some audio for a new escape room that was opening.
There you
Oh,
go.
cool.
Okay.
Yeah.
And did they give you something specific where they were like, we need
Yes.
something like this?
Yes, they told me exactly what they wanted, and that was easy. I did it. They're using it right now.
Was it fun for you?
Sick.
Did you enjoy it?
Not for escape room. It was cool, but I think if I had to listen to it over and over and over again, I go crazy. 'Cause
Yeah.
it's-
Yeah.
and that's what I'm supposed to. That's how you're supposed to feel for what they were going for, right?
Yeah.
See.
So for me, I would have gone crazy. But in terms of making something outside my comfort zone, so no, I'm not gonna, no offense or anything like that.
What?
I don't like drum and bass.
Oh, okay.
That's okay.
I don't like drum
Look,
and bass.
I've been in this a
So-
long
It's
time.
okay. I love
like,
drum and bass. It's okay.
So I went to
It's fine, like-
back in the day.
We're
I
going
went
to
to
like
a-
different music. That's the whole bonus question.
Yeah, all good.
I don't like drum and bass. So anyway, I went back in the day. I went to a drum and bass festival because the wifey at the time,
I was gonna say, what was her name?
she wanted to go, and I was like, "Hey, cool! Like, whatever. I'm open to that." So I felt really inspired that weekend because had been a whole new culture almost, a whole
Yeah.
new culture, new music that I wasn't exposed to. So when I came back, I wrote I wrote a drum and bass track.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Whoa.
And I put it out, and well, not put it out, but I started it. I didn't finish it,
Yeah.
but I wrote it, and
So
it
you
was
didn't
kind of
put it
refreshing.
out.
No, I didn't put it
Okay.
out. I showed people clips,
Yeah.
but it didn't really finish because
Yeah.
But I'm sure it was fun, especially with something like drum and bass. That's like just
it's very intricate. Like it's lots
yeah,
of
like
details.
just writing drums for drum and bass songs can be so different
Yeah.
than writing
Yeah.
drums for
Techno.
your techno track, right? Like
exactly.
that can be a really fun
It's-
kind
So
of thing
it
to
was-
figure out.
It's surprising how close they are, though. Like
It can-
because
yeah.
that was kind of like my whole angle. I was making basically drum and bass that sounded like
I mean, if
Detroit
you're
techno.
if you listen to like the real techno, it's like 135, 140, whatever.
Oh, yeah.
And they're very close in like BPM, I guess.
Well, no,
Kind of,
not
kind of.
not just BPM, like the aesthetic too. Just like
Mm.
I could take the same kick from like a techno track.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And then
Put it
put
in
that
a
at
drum
170,
yeah.
change the arrangement, but it would be like, or the same arrangement, it could have that same weird loop or whatever.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but.
But yeah, it was totally out of
you'd be
what I
su-
normally do.
Yeah, you'd be
Yeah.
surprised at some of the stuff I've heard from
Very
like.
similar in sounds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some of the huge names that have been trying to put out drum and bass recently have just been absolutely blowing it. So,
I'm
yeah.
so sad actually. Marcus Intellex Trevino.
R.I.P.
Rest in peace.
R.I.P. See, he was the one that bridged that gap, right?
Yeah.
Like, then that was very inspirational for me.
Yeah.
Being
If
from
you don't know who he is,
Detroit.
he passed away.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, I heard
yeah,
about that.
he drum and bass and house techno as well.
Yep.
His project Trevino.
Yeah.
I followed
so it's
that.
multi-genre.
I followed his project very extensively, and it's really good tracks. Very good tracks.
You have wonderful music. Yeah. But yeah, like, I know, in terms
Yeah.
of drum and bass,
Yeah.
like, yeah, there's a very big producer that made a Katy Perry drum and bass remix, like an official one, and it was, and I'll never, that is the worst track, because I'm not a hater like that, where I'm like, this track is bad, you shouldn't be
just
writing
said-
music, you shouldn't be doing this. No, I'll tell it like it is, though. I'd be like, no, this track is bad, like, this track is terrible. Like, you should not be, like, and it was somebody I really looked up to as an artist, like, when he was making house and techno. Well, he's still making that now, but he, like, switched and he works with, like, Deadmau5 now.
Oh, okay.
would you make a really bad music for the right paycheck?
I would.
I would. Can I
I would.
sell out, please?
Yeah.
Just because,
Yes, please.
I mean, like, right now, money.
Not under my
Yeah.
name.
Yeah. So
Like,
you're honest. You're not trashing.
no, I'm not trashing that. No,
Yeah.
the song was terrible.
Yeah.
Like,
Okay, let's move away from trashes.
Shouts to Cascade.
Does anybody have anything else to add today about being sick and tired and getting out of it and creating and making yourself
Yeah.
feel like a superstar.
Well, okay. So I think when we're talking about the creative process, being sick of making it or being sick of not making it, either way, I think for me, like I tell this to a lot of people, it's just like start simple. And I said this earlier, don't think, just
bowl.
just bowl. Yeah.
Just bowl. Yeah, I love that.
Yeah.
Don't
just,
think, just bowl.
That's I'm gonna take that
Yeah,
one.
and just don't compare yourself to others. Don't think of like, oh, this sounds too much like this, sounds too much like that. Just have fun.
That's so
you know?
hard to do.
And then
Right.
once you get the ball rolling, because the important thing is to get the ball rolling, whether you're stuck or whether you're, yeah.
I don't have a problem with that because my music's so unique and fresh.
Weird. Okay.
Yeah.
But I'll take your word for it.
Yeah.
That's cool. Anybody else?
I don't know. Like, what do you say?
yourself.
Was cool.
Yeah.
Be yourself, man.
Be yourself, man.
yourself, yeah, be
That's
yourself.
it. Well,
Yeah.
no, like at the same time, like get motivated. Keep that
Yeah.
music journal.
I like the journal.
I'd get into a music journal. Like I
Yeah.
think, and I write the date too. I think my goal is to try to have a year's worth of music, and
Yeah.
it's just random stuff. Like I hear the song, I like it. I'm like, okay, I write it down, and then listen back to it a year later and see where you're at.
Crystal, do you have anything to add?
Buying ice cream?
I'm sorry. I'm just like
That's fine.
I'm sick. I'm
Are you
drowsy
sick and
right
tired?
now.
I'm sick and tired.
of being sick and tired, and I'm drowsy, and I need to go home and sleep.
Well,
Me too.
I will say that things that I took away from this podcast today were, I really like this music journal idea.
Yeah.
I really like this color coding stuff that you
Oh, yeah.
want to finish in your
Yeah.
tunes. I think
Yeah.
all of us can say that was hot tip from Gabe today.
Yeah.
Gabe wins
Yeah,
the hot
that's a
tip.
good one.
And you know what? For me personally, I have found this conversation to be very inspirational.
Yeah,
So I'm
good.
gonna add, sitting down, talking with your friends who you make music with, or who we don't make music together even. We just all make music.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But our shared experiences have helped me today. Get inspired to sit down and make some music myself again.
And we've grown.
And hopefully it'll make me feel good about myself.
Crying on camera.
So
Go cry on TV.
yeah, I'd like to thank you guys all today for speaking with me and joining us. It's always a pleasure.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And we're all so
Each
sick.
and every time.
And we're all so tired. But you know
Tired.
what I never get sick and tired of?
Make
you guys.
Music.
Yeah.
On that note, I'm gonna go make music.
Bye.